All right, me and Abby are about to watch a movie. We're going to watch Sinners with Michael B. Jordan. Apparently, it's supposed to be like one of the greatest movies of our time. I believe it won, I think, several Oscars, several Academy Awards. And we read the summary, and it sounds like it's really good and really interesting, so I'm excited. Say hello, Abby's.
Hi.
You ever do this thing, like when you're watching a movie and say the people in the movie are from the South? You stop watching the movie and then you start talking in a Southern accent without thinking about it after the movie's over. I was just doing that with this movie. It is set in the South. This movie is really cool, though. It blends many different themes together. There's the Jim Crow South, blues music, spiritual, there's this concept in it where music has the power to summon spirits from the past and the future. And there was this really cool scene where Preacher Boy, who's a musician... Oh, I'm coming, Abby, I'm coming! I just locked her out of the room. But Preacher Boy, who's a musician... What are you doing? He's a musician. He starts playing this song, and they show musicians from deep in the past and in the future, because it's set in like 1930s. They had like...
Did you give a spoiler warning?
No, I didn't give a spoiler warning. We're not... I mean, are we too deep in the movie for a spoiler?
I feel like a spoiler warning here is good enough.
Yeah, good enough. And spirits from the past and the future were both coming, like tribal people from what I would presume to be Africa. And future musicians from the future. There was somebody playing an electric guitar and a DJ, and they were all like ghosts. And then there's also vampires. There's vampires in this movie out of nowhere.
Well, apparently the KKK, but we really haven't seen much of that.
Well, if you ask me, I think the vampires are the KKK.
Is that what you think?
You know? Yeah, because like they're killing the black people, you know?
Yeah.
I guess. But
they also turned a black person, but she does look white.
Yeah. We'll see what happens with that. Really, really cool movie so far. Abby wants me to stay up to watch the rest of it, but I need to get ready for bed soon. It's the next morning, but yeah, it mixed together so many different elements that you wouldn't have expected to go well together. And another really cool thing was that as the music in this cinematic universe attracts good spirits, music spirits, it also attracts evil. And that's how the vampires come about. And it seems that the vampires were the devil in disguise, which is kind of interesting. It kind of reminds me of a couple things. For one thing, it reminds me of that guitar player from around the same time period who was accused of selling his soul to the devil to play the guitar better. Or maybe he said he did it himself. I forget that guy's name. I want to say like Richard Thompson. I don't think that's it at all. Oh, it's like on the tip of my tongue. It's not the most complicated. It's like a pretty common name that he has, but anyway. Yeah, that was really cool. And it also reminds me of this interview that Mike Tyson gave, where he was talking about how all of this, somebody was telling him all of these gifts he has. It means he's favored by God, but when you're favored by God, you're also favored by the devil. And I was always interested in what he meant by that. And what kind of things he was experiencing in his life that were causing him to agree with that. But yeah, it was really, really cool. There's parts of the movie that I don't quite understand yet. Like, spoiler alert. I mean, if you didn't leave the video already, spoiler alert. A lot of the characters become vampires. And it was forecasted that they would be they wouldn't be themselves anymore. They seem like themselves because the soul is trapped in the body, but they're not themselves. But at the end of the movie, they come to visit Preacher Boy after he had grown old, because they didn't turn him into a vampire. A couple of the vampires came to visit him, and they asked, I think they maybe asked him to play a song, and he did, and they admired it, and they enjoyed it, and then they left. So are they not the same person then? I might have to rewatch this movie. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that maybe I missed. A lot of hidden clues or something. I might have to watch a YouTube breakdown video. I often like to do that, but I feel like that's cheating. I feel like that is cheating. Maybe I should have just paid more attention to the movie. But excuse me. It was pretty cool. I'm walking Mr. Pat right now. Oh, he's having a great time. There's a lot of movies I want to watch. There's so many classics that I haven't seen, and I feel like it would be so inspirational to watch all of them. It would inspire me a lot and influence my own work. And I love it when I can draw from other works in my own work. That's one of my favorite things, especially when I can do it in a way where nobody even knows. Or in a way that only a certain select type of people would know. Yeah. But yeah, I want to watch a lot of the classics. I remember in 22, I watched The Godfather, and it's all that I could think about for the next, all I could think about for the next 3 months or some shit. It was so cool. I was even sampling shit from The Godfather and the songs I was making and using it in. Come on, Pat. Come on. There you go. So I want to get more acquainted with more of the classics. One thing that I've noticed while watching them is that I will accuse them in my head of borrowing from other pieces of media, and then I'll realize that the piece of media I think it's borrowing from came out after. Like, I don't know if this is considered a classic, but I was watching The Sopranos, and I was thinking about like the anti-hero aspect of it and how so many other series have done that. But the thing is, they did that. A lot of them did it after The Sopranos came out. So The Sopranos actually played a part in pioneering that. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm really excited to partake in more cinema. For now, I'm just walking Pat. The thing about them is that for some of them, it's kind of hard to be eating something, say, while you're watching it. Watching it while doing something else like you can with a lot of modern movies. Because there's so many small details that you have to pick up on. I'm so used to eating something while I'm watching a show or a movie. I don't know if I can do that. But I also am really excited to read and get finished with some of the classic books. I'm currently in the middle of a couple books. One of them being The Old Man and the Sea by Hemingway. The other being A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. Both of them I'm very close to the beginning. So I'll be able to document that on here, which will be nice. Yeah. I think that's going to be all. Goodbye.